Hello everyone. Today we're going to be continuing our lesson for preposition with Miss Shirley. Hello. Okay, now without further ado, let's start with the first topic of today. Starting with our introduction first. So, hello everyone. I am Shirley Godfrey, taking Bachelor in TESOL. That's my profile over there. Now, without further ado, we're gonna start with our topic of today. Basically, what is preposition? Okay, now, so preposition is a word, a phrase that shows the relationship between its object and other part of the sentence. So it tells us where, when, or how it happens. So what is preposition of direction? This one is a bit specific. Now, preposition of direction basically says that these prepositions show movement from one place to another. So it helps us understand where someone or something is moving towards. So these are the common preposition of directions and its uses. So for example, but for starters, first we have seven of them, or perhaps more, but I'm gonna tell you about six or seven for now. So the first one is to. So it's to is movement towards a specific destination. For example, the students walk to the library, So into is movement from outside to inside. For example, the cat slipped into the box. Now, what about onto? Well, onto is a movement, but from a lower place to a higher surface, which basically changes placement. So, for example, she placed the books onto the table. See? Right, now, next. Okay, the fourth one. So, towards. Towards is a movement in general direction of something. So, basically saying something like, oh, he ran towards the finishing line. Or, he ran towards me. Or something, okay? Now, across. So, across is a movement from one side to the opposite side by saying something like they paddle across the lake. Now what about through? So through is movement from one end to another inside a space. Okay, for example, the train passed through the tunnel. So last but not least, along. So along is movement following the length of something. So for example, we walk along the beach. So that's all for the examples. Now we're gonna move on to something else, right? So these are the sentence examples. Okay, so we have three. I'm gonna show you three. The first one says the cyclist rode towards the stadium. Okay, the preposition of direction here is towards. Now, second, the bird flew through the open window. Through. Third one, the children ran across the field during PE. So that's the um, preposition of directions in sentences. For example, we have three of them. Don't forget that. Thank you. Now I think you're good to go, but for a quick reminder, if there is a movement plus destination, the preposition is usually a preposition of direction. It's usually like that. Well, all in all, and I think you're good to go. We can go to practice. Now let's practice. Okay, so here's the map. You can see that we have Alam Sky Condominium, Puchong Specialist Center, Jalan Puchong, Puchong Mall, SK Alam Satya School and Toddlers Kindy, and then the streets, the roundabouts, and you're here. Now, let's start with the practice, okay? So here's a practice. For task one, you can read the letter and fill in the blanks with the appropriate prepositions like to, along, from, into, on, past. Refer to the map below, which is basically the map previously. Now, dear Emma, hope you are well. We're gonna read the paragraph first. I have been wondering about you since we parted after year three. I am truly glad that I tracked you down through social media. I am grateful that your mother has agreed to send you to my house. Please follow these directions to get to my place. Okay? Now first, ask her to drive blank Jalan Puchong until she reaches Jalan Puchong Mall, which will be blank her right. After the mall, ask your mother to take the exit again blank left. She will then be driving blank Jalan Setia Satu 1. Tell her to keep driving until she comes blank again. A T junction, so she has to turn blank Jalan Setia 2 and drive for about 50 meters until she reaches a roundabout. Ask her to take the second exit and she will see Taman Setia, blank, 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 her left. Okay? Now, here she must turn blank. Jalan Setia 3 and drive blank again. Now, toddlers Mindy, Kindy. So my house is 2 houses away. Blank, the kindergarten. I will be eagerly waiting for your arrival. Isn't it exciting that we are going to meet again after 4 years? Yours sincerely, Elizabeth. Okay, so this is the practice. I'm gonna leave it to you. You may read it and try it on your own, and I'll see you in the next chapter. Goodbye. Thank you. That's all from me.